Hey y'all, hey, I'm back. Okay. So today I was doing my workout and I was listening to something and she was saying um, somehow I got through it. Somehow I made it through. And it was like really like pinching my heart. Like it ain't somehow, it's God. And how it was stinging me, okay, because that's what it was. It was stinging me when she was saying it. Like while she was saying it, I kept saying like in my head, like it's God. It was God. And it made me think about like the times when I was going through things and being like, yeah, somehow I got through it. And I know a lot of people are in that place, like you don't feel like it was you don't feel like your transition out of it was peaceful, or you didn't see the silver lining in the situation because it was so painful. You just know that you got to the other side of it where you can look back on it and be like, I'm not in that anymore. And sometimes our thinking or our view on things like that will keep us in a cycle because we're like, yeah, just I made it out of that and I'm just dealing with the next day, or I'm just dealing with the next thing. When I was in my early 20s, I was like, I'm really living day by day. That's how I felt. Like I'm really just living day by day. I don't know that tomorrow's promised, and we don't, but I was recklessly living that way. Like, yeah, tomorrow's not promised, YOLO, okay? That's how I was living. Real YOLO life, okay? And when we look at our life like that, like we're just surviving somehow, like there's no reason that we are here. Um, it'll just keep on perpetuating that story to ourselves. Like there's no purpose for us. There's no real reason for it. Like I don't know why I'm suffering this way. I don't know why I'm here. I don't know. Um, I'm just gonna do what pleases me until I'm not anymore. That kind of mindset will really, it's a dark place to be. I was there. So I know it's a real dark place to be. But you have to get to a point where you can see God in the situation. And it took me a long time, so it's not judgment. It's just if you can see this sooner, if I would have seen this sooner, I could have been ahead, okay? I could have been further ahead than me doing it now. And this is my time. This is why everything's falling into place for me right now, is because this is my time for it to happen. But if I can redirect your course, that you don't have to go through years of it, I'm going to try, okay? I'm going to try. So, pain, trauma, all that hits real hard. It hits real hard, and it had me in a chokehold. I was stuck in that place for a long time. But if I could have seen God's covering, like if I could have seen like God kept me alive, God has a purpose for me, God uniquely made me to be here for something greater than misery. In my teenage or early 20 years, this girl would have been unstoppable by mid 20, okay? And you can be, there are things We are born into things. And 2020, right? But I would not change anything that's happened to me, because there are people that I specifically will be able to reach, touch, um, communicate with on a level that other people can't, because I know. I personally lived it. I know. And God is going to use that for His glory. It doesn't mean that the reason we're stuck in that place or that mindset, or why I was because I'm like, God, why would you let this happen? Like, why would you let this happen to me? Like, I always had a relationship with God, even from a little girl. And I would sit there and be like, God, why would you let this happen? But in my unmature mind, in my spiritually immature mind, I couldn't fathom God giving us free will. People have free will to do what they want to do. And that's unfortunate for the suffering, right? But we can't blame God. We can't blame God for people choosing to do wrong. We can't blame God for people waking up and choosing violence. Okay, we can't blame God for that. And the more you sit in blame of God and soak in woe is me, because the pain is real. The pain is real, the hurt is real, the trauma is real. But you can't let it be your defining factor. You can't let it be your defining factor. Like, this is what was meant for me. My life was meant for misery. I am going to sit in the trauma and the pain that I experienced in my childhood or teen years or young adult years and let this define me. God has something so much greater for you. It is God that's saving you and protecting you and covering you to be able to step into something so much greater. Your story and your life is not about you. We are connected and we have purpose to help heal and change things for generations that we may never see. And it's sad. It's sad to experience it. I know. It was hurtful. But now I see the greater. You see the greater later. Okay? And I can thank God for pulling me to the other end and brightening and lightening everything that I have been through to help. Now I can help. I'm not sitting in a place where I'm angry and wanting revenge on people. I'm here to help people. And so are you. You are here to help somebody, and maybe in a way that'll stop their experience like you had. I know what I deserve. I know what you deserve. I love y'all.